Hi everybody, Eddie Carper, Carper's Fishing, Southeast Oklahoma Sportsman, coming at you with a video, and I'm going to show you some of the products I use every day to catch fish, flipping and pitching, bushes, logs, laydowns, grass, whatever, you know. I'm a big fan of the products I'm about to show you, and the reason I am is because they work for me 100% of the time. It's a no-fail deal. I know I can trust them. I know they're going to work anywhere I go in the country, and that is that. You know, pretty stoked to do this video. So the first thing I want to go over right now is a rod I've been using for a long time. This one happens to be about 2 years old. I don't know how many bass I've caught on it, hundreds, maybe thousands. Anyway, flipping bushes. This is a 7'3" Amistad by Falcon. It's an Amistad Expert. It's hard to see it. I'm running out of room here because I'm in my RV in Georgia. But there it is right there. Lew's Tournament Pro Reel. Can't say enough about the Lew's reels. They're my favorite, all-time favorite reel. They work flawless, never have a problem. Very rarely ever backlash or have any mess ups. The line I've got on this reel is 20-pound Seaguar fluorocarbon. Again, none of these products are sponsors, so I'm not getting paid to do this right now. I'm just showing you because I know these products will work for you, and I enjoy helping people catch fish. So let's continue. You can see right here on the end of this line, took it off. That is a Titan Tungsten. I believe this one, yep, 7/16 weight. You can see the stamp there on the side. I'll show you a bigger one in a minute. You can see better. And then the 5/0 Gamakatsu offset shank hook. And that's my favorite hook. I use it most of the time for everything, except for tubes and different glide baits. Then I'll use a wide gap hook for those. It just works better for those things. But anyway, 7'3" Amistad rigged with 20-pound test Seaguar fluorocarbon. Good Lew's reel. Money. Great rod and reel setup. Perfect for flipping and pitches. For me, I'm a short guy. I'm only like 5'8". So 7'3" is about the right length for me to flip and pitch with. I found that it's a real winner. I go up to 7'6". I kind of lose some of my productivity with that. And I have some 7'6" rods. I even have an 8-foot extra heavy Falcon Expert that I use when I'm fishing really heavy cover, really thick grass. Need big braid, a big rod and big reel and big line to get those fish out of that cover quickly and efficiently. So moving on here, this is a product I've become a real fan of in the past year. Started using it last year a little bit. This year won a major event in Florida. This right here was key for that win right there. Had a lot of fish on, jumped them off. Couldn't seem to get a hook in a fish like I normally do. For some reason, I couldn't tell if the fish were on the bed or not. It was in Florida on St. Johns River. Dark water, I couldn't see them. Wind blowing, ripples on the water. I don't care who you are, you wouldn't have seen them, but they were about 2 foot deep, to 2 to 3 foot deep. Anyway, and as soon as I pulled this product out of the box, the Liquid Mayhem crawfish scent. This happens to be crawfish scent garlic, I think. Well, no, this is just a regular crawfish scent, which is what I used on St. John's anyway. So I started putting this on the back of my worm, and what do you know? Every bite I got after I started putting this on the worm made it in a live well, and I was able to cull and wound up with 26 pounds even, and won an event somewhere that I've never been. I didn't even have but a half a day to practice for, and had never been there. So since then I've been a faithful user of it, and I believe in this product 100%. It's helped me catch fish all over everywhere between the East Coast and Central U.S. back where I live in Oklahoma. It's great product. Recommend you get you some of that. Next one we just went over, the Seaguar fluorocarbon Invis-X. It's the main one I use. Great product. Recommend it for all application. I use it down to 6-pound test, and believe me, I've caught great big old fish on a 6-pound test. I believe one time I caught a 20-pound plus flathead on 6-pound test while I was crappie fishing. That's the line I use for crappie fishing too. Here's another one, the package that Liquid Mayhem comes in, which you'll get. It's about $9 a tube. A tube of this will last for a long time. It's a good product. Stays on your worm great, or your bait, any bait, crankbait, doesn't matter. Stays on it real good, up to about 20 or 25 casts before reapplications needed. So that's the hook I normally use when I'm flipping. One of my favorite baits to flip is the brush hog. I'll show you that in a second. Just Gamakatsu offset shank, 4/0 or 5/0 hook. That's a 5/0. This here is a EUG monster worm hook. I use these a lot flipping other baits, throwing big worms, because they have such a gap that they'll get in the fish good. But you got to be careful not to use too big of a hook, because the hook can actually cause you, using a too big of a hook will cause you to lose a lot of fish, because it will penetrate through the fish and then get stuck in a brush or whatever cover the fish is around, and he'll flop around and he'll tear out. Let's go back to the tungsten weight. My preferred weight to flip with is the 5/16. All the way around, that's my favorite size weight. This one right here is a 1.75 ounce and 3/4. That's one of the ones I'll use down in Florida in the grass and the mats to punch through, and they use a different setup, different hook setup for that. I don't have any of those here. Here's a little package of tungsten weights will come in. These are 5/16. They're my favorite flipping weight. Sometimes I'll use a 7/16, and if the wind's blowing, I'll go up to a 1/2. Most of the time, that's what I use. Moving on, this is one of my favorite flipping baits. Is a full-size Zoom brush hog. You can see that pretty good. That's a great flipping bait all the way around. I catch fish with them all over the United States. You get around trees, brush, grass, rocks, it don't matter. Docks. They're just a money winner for me. Great bait, and they don't make a bad color, so get you some and try them. If I had one color to use all the time, it would probably be a brown coloration like this, peanut butter and jelly. That's another great color you can use, or green pumpkin is actually one of my favorites. Move over here to another one. One of my other favorite flipping baits is actually, believe it or not, a tube. A tube will get you bit, and it's usually a summertime thing, but they'll get you bit when other baits won't get you bit. They will just flat work. They'll spiral down, they'll twist the snot out of your line, so you have to watch that. But when you need to get a reaction bite and fish are feeding on bait, mainly bait fish, shad, perch and whatnot, the tube can be hard to beat. Won a lot of money on tubes. My favorite color tube, by the way, is a black with a red glitter. I carry these little bait binders with me everywhere I go, and I got several different colors of, I don't know if you can see those tubes in there, that I'll try and use during the day when I practice. Keep things real compact. Here's just some sweet beavers, 4.25 sweet beavers. Another one of my all-time favorite baits to flip and pitch and cover in grass. Both of those tubes and beavers, they work great. They're compact baits. I keep them together because I use the same style hooks and weights on those. Here's another one, soft side binder that I use, and I've got several different baits in here, from Zoom flukes fan of Zoom products anyway. But Zoom flukes. I've got some speed crawls in here, several different colors speed crawls, and guess what? A bunch more different brush hogs, both big brush hogs and a baby brush hogs. Last but not least for today in this video here, the shades I prefer to wear. Very important. I wear these. I work in construction, have for 30 years. So it's important to wear in construction. It's mandatory you wear a Z87 glasses. Well, Wiley X, number one, the frames are comfortable. They fit my head well. They're very comfortable for me to wear all the time, both at work and at play when I'm fishing. Lenses are shatterproof, so you don't have to really worry about, you know, pulling that bait loose and that tungsten weight coming back and going through your glasses into your eye. That's very important. A lot of people don't talk about that. It's not only for the excellent polarized vision in the water. I use these to protect something that I can't replace. And I've already got one bad eye, so you got to protect the good one that I have. So anyway, get you some Wiley X sunglasses, protect those eyes. Get you some of the baits we mentioned here, and get out there and go flip some wood or some bushes and grass and have fun catching fish. That's it for today, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.